Rejoice and be glad, for today the Lord has made. Planet-based. This is green Acolyte. And this was a challenge. We go into the challenge. You see the green Acolyte is right here. And it was overwhelming. Let me go back. And what I want to do is I want to share. I want to continue. So here's the green Acolyte. This is Archibus. And happy chilling out. And a group of vegan plant lovers prefer to live separated. Everything else. Press any key to keep going. And this is what continue, because you see the challenge was completed. Colony is big, very happy. As you can see, this I got the big water extractor. I got the very large worm turbine. I got the power collector, the big one. We built 4 of these for the points. Okay. We got the mega collector. 2 of the original that were in that I didn't change. But the first thing I noticed when I came into the game was this was on. It's turned off right now, but if I turn it on, you see that 33. So that was 66 volts that they were taking. This guy, see, turned them on and it gave option to come in. So this is a good opportunity to show you what I did, what I learned. And what I learned up here real quick is, you see, I took the trees that were here, the trees that were planted, I put in medical plants, all of them, the whole thing, so that I could take and do this. So I can sit here and I've got 21 robots. So I want a robot. Okay, so robot for this guy is 264. So I've got 20 of my plants. 1, 2. There's 20. And then I go to my monetary and I go 64. Whoop, put too much. 64. I like to really do it around 20 is the max. Okay, so I've got to 20 at the max, and I'll trade that. Right click, get rid of that, and you see now they'll start doing for the thing. I also wanted to show you what I did over here. All the plants in here, these are vegans. Anything that had starch, like rice or the wheat, I got rid of. So now when they sit there and you look, they got salad or a basic meal. See, salad, a salad. But you know, notice I changed out. I ripped all this out. I mean everything. I ripped it from here to here. Took out this guy. This guy wasn't here. This is planted to the new one. What I plan to do is I'm planning on redoing the game again. And I want to do what I learned from this. This guy here, this gives me 10. Okay? I can sell the medicinal plants and buy things like I just did. Okay? As you can see, I've got 17 robots. I got 4 of the construction bots. We don't need because we don't have a mining field. What am I thinking? 306. Okay? And I think I can do this all, getting the prestige, not by building these. These are nice. 1 would be nice. But what I'm planning on doing is doing this again. And I'm wondering if I could sit there. That'd be interesting. If I could sit there and take a meal. Make the big one. See, now that looks like I probably could do or take that back. Let's do this. See? That looks to me like maybe that would be possible. I could put a 10 in there, which is the farm. Is that like a 7? Is that what I'm looking at? See, that is more like it. It's like a 5. Is what they've got in there. Maybe I could turn that into a 7 and improve. And you see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of the cabins, so that they don't have to use this. Okay, these are the bunk beds. Okay, the cabins are where you want to be. And this was originally, I believe, was I believe when I first built it, it was like this. It was a small one. I could be wrong. I think it was a small one up here. And then I changed it, everything. So I'm going to play this game again. I just wanted to show you what I did. I gave him a spares workshop. I pick up a couple of metal and stuff, and he's able to work on the spares. I made it complete. I should have made this one large. I wouldn't have needed this one if I made this one large. So, like I said, I sit here. I've got something. This I've got pine all on one side, pine, and then I got the oak on the other side. I would have liked it better to have mixed it up. Then it would have been. It would have just been nicer. We got a bigger air. Okay. We put on a bigger air, oxygen. This one is a single. So, yeah, I just sit there. I sit there. I changed everything. I've got now plenty of power. Okay. It's nighttime. It's going down, which is because I've got no wind. See that? There's no wind, but I've got enough power. I can get through the night easily. Okay? So, that game is the sit there to me, the Spirit of the Lord just came to me and said, why did you do it so hard? And it's like, what do you mean, Lord? Why did I do what so hard? And he was saying, you struggled. I struggled. I had these plans, and my mindset was, on the way I play other games, see, it's like the same thing. You have to admit you're a sinner before you can realize that you can be saved, that Jesus came for the whole purpose of sinners, that breaks a curse sin that the devil gave us. And then we can come out from the rule of Satan and come unto Christ, and who's getting ready to come for us. So then, you see, changing all these to veggies, I should have done. That way I would not, as you can see on the top right, I don't have any starch to worry about. The only thing I've got then is right here is my medicinal. And actually I probably could have built two instead of putting this guy here, or I put it, instead of this guy, where I put this and then some over here, I could have put a second one, this guy, like a big one, right here, and then built off that with everything else, and then built a mega off of that to get what I need. But you see, when it comes in, as I'm just talking, we got more of the medicinal because of the way it was planted. See, it's got 2 here, or 118. So if I take 10, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's what I like, 150. Well, we're always going to get, we're going to get ripped off because we see the value is 79, but we're losing 20. The 60 guys, I sit here, I got to the point, I don't need to take and get ripped off that bad. At least I can look and I can see. Okay, I need another 20. I'm going to make it to the 50. Okay, 51, so we've got to take back one. I get 111, and I just sell it. Well, that's 100 points more, so that'll give me 306 up here. When I do this enough times with the blue guys, well, then I can buy a patent, which is exactly what I did. Here you come over here. I've got the Goliath. I got the wind turbine. I got the solar power. I got the mega collector. I got a construction bot, which can go out and do all the spares. I got the farm dome, which you have to have, which is what part of the thing. And then I got the super extractor, which gives me more water. So all these I struggled to get. And then at the very end there, after I'd won it, he says, why did you do it that way? And the Spirit just came to me. He says, get rid of all these guys, which I did. He says, now put in medicinal plants. And so I had enough bioplastic. I went in there and I changed them all out. So I'm pretty much sure that what he wants me to do, he says, now play it again. He says, the first 4 plant. And when they get to 25%, plant your second one. And then at 25%. Then when it's 50%, plant the next one at 50%. And when it gets to 75%, plant your last one. That way, every 25%, you're around the clock, you're going to get a medicinal of at least 4 at the same time. And or he sits there, he says, you can do like I did. See, I was afraid that because my storage over here is only a large, it's not, see, my storage is only large. I have not bought the patent for the mega storage. And you see, he's gone. But I've got 317. Well, then if I get another blue, you know what is going to happen? Then I'll have 417. Then I get another blue. Well, again, that's 517. Then if I need a patent, I've got 500 right there. But I could have a lot more of the medicinal plants. So it's like, to me, it's like I planted these 79, 56. See, I didn't plant them. They didn't all get built at the same time. The 80, 84, 34, 39. So I got a little bit of a stagger. And it would be nice if the game would have, boom, built them all at the same time. I would have probably a huge amount of at the same time. But if I change that over, then I could probably come up with a much better storage solution for that. And see, here comes another one. I've got 94. I got 5 of these guys. I take the 5. Okay. We got 330. So let's take 5 and 5. So there's the 150 again. Can I do anything on this? 55%. Oop. Okay. 145. I take off 1. We're matched. Boom. See that? So I'm going to get another 145 when this gets done. Let's turn it up to 4. I've got all this I ripped out. You see there's no water collectors over here now. I've got all my water collectors over here. All 3 in a row. I would have liked to put them here. But what I wanted to do was I wanted to have an open, when I come into it, I wanted to have this all 3 that I can actually see my base that I'm working on. This one, and this one should have been combined. And I couldn't do it because I didn't have the capital. I didn't have the cash. Or the, which didn't allow me to get the resources because I couldn't buy it. I didn't have the robots. Okay, so the 1 blue left. Here comes another blue. Well, I've got 148 there now. Well, there's that. And I go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 120. So there's the 15. This guy, you see, is at 65. So this, see what happened? He's ripping me off. $118, $120. I'm only getting 73 to me. He's keeping the rest. So that'll go up by 73. That'll give me 480. Okay? 9 and 6. And I put another one here, another large one, just to have more oxygen. So I've got it up for 86. As you can see, power is below. We have wind, so now power is above. See? It's nighttime, but I'm producing. I'm not losing because of the wind turbines. See? The water I've got up to 37, so I can do huge. I probably lose one of my things. Here comes another guy, right? So what happens? I comes in, and I got 109. I've got 2 of the bots here. I click on this guy. It's 65% now. Say goodbye. You're ripping me off. I don't want a 65% collateral. He's taking 65% for himself. See, and you just play. See, I'm good. On face size, see, 99%. I'm running out because I'm not spending 58% on that guy. I'm using so much of the medicinal that I sit there. What I need to do, I need to get more people. I've only got 29 people. So what I would do then is come here, turn on colonies. Right? Now this is interesting because this is the yellow, and the yellow is where you get the 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I can get that guy. And this is where you can get a couple of these guys. I've got 27. Let's do 3. So that's 152. Let's do 1, 2, Okay, so that's 110, right? And then we'll just click 155. Oop, I do that all the time. 155. So we're doing 20. Try to keep it around 20 and then keep your colony happy. You go over like 30, 40, 50, boy, they get mad. They get unhappy when they're carrying their things out. And what that does, that gives me then something to put in here. See, this is empty. Empty. Now if I get some of that, then my Artemis has something to work on. He can keep himself busy. He can stay happy, having something to do. This is what I wanted to show you. I said that all this one and this one I should have combined and just made the large one, and then just put 2 of them in there. That would have given them 4 instead of just 2 for the guys to come on in. Here we go again. We got another thing. So we can do here is do 1, 2. So that's 20, and I get 100. I go up here, and see, there it is right there. So what I could do then, see, I do him. Now I need 560. Okay. So to do the 560 now, instead of doing the 3 cents for him, whoop, I can now get with the 10, which I can't do. I can only do that, 9, and then the rest. $2.36, but I've got the money. You see that? I've got the money. I can sit there and get this guy, which I couldn't do when I was playing the game. It's like, no, you can't do it. So all I got to do is 20 vegetables, and you know what? I've got it. And then I'll be able to create. Okay, by creating this guy, I was able to put 2 over here off of the 1. If it was a huge thing, I would have a much more storage space. I got this guy with the 2, which if I made smaller here, then I would have actually been able to take this guy and move him in over here. So, okay, and take this guy out, pull these guys out, put this guy up here, put all the solar panels over on this side, so everything is nice and clean with the 3. Could put maybe 1 more solar panel here, move this guy up over here for the thing, and that would have given me a wide open space. See? What do I got? Now I've got the massive storage pattern. You see that? So then I can sit there and I can create a massive storage. Okay? That's what I wanted to show you. We sit there. I'll sit there and just sit there and turn him off, and we'll dismiss. And that's what I wanted to show you. That's what the Lord showed me. He says, you could have done this a lot quicker, a lot faster if you had listened to me. But I wasn't listening. I was hearing, but I wasn't listening. Or I wasn't hearing, and he was trying to talk to me because I was doing it the way I played the other game. So this is it. This is how I was able to use these guys, because I was able to get the resources. It's 20 and 10. 20 plastic and 10 metal. So that's 20, 40, 60, 80 plastic and 10, 20, 30, 40 metal that I bought to build those to get the prestige. But if I sit there and do it this other way, look at that, 310. Well, that's 120 just on the prestige. I'd only have to build 1, maybe, to sit there and to get the prestige that I need, because 120, that's almost 200. See, 100. Just the 1 would have given me what I needed, which would have been really nice. Looking, instead of having all 4 of these guys over here, it's kind of bad. So the creating of a new green acolyte, using what the Spirit has shown me at the end. I think what he did is he said, okay, that's your way, is what he was trying to tell me. The Spirit was saying, you can go through life and live it the way you want. Or you can sit there and accept Jesus Christ and then listen to what the Holy Spirit says. It keeps you out of trouble, keeps you sober. You don't do crime. You sit there, you do anything. Your vocabulary changes. And you get ready for Jesus Christ coming for his believers, because the Antichrist, the New World Order, the one world ruler, who's going to put a great many people to death with guillotines in the Noahide laws. Yeah, the game has things that I play. It's a patience, it's learning. What do you see, and then how do you gain from it, and how do you learn from it? I'm going to save it. Maybe some way I can save this off to the side. But yeah, that is how I did it. I sit there and just listen to the Spirit, and by listening to the Spirit, he showed me. So if I can, I'll save it, create that, drag that folder off, and then start the arcades, green Acolytes again, and see how it goes the second time. If you watch this, I appreciate a thumbs up if you liked it or whatever, and look forward to the one coming out where I sit there and using what I learned about the medicine plant, using it for collateral to buy what I need, the resources I need, including robots, metal and plastic, as well as spares, making life for Artemis a lot easier. I hope you enjoyed it. So, Shalom and Maranatha.